what's up, good follow? This is Roz Gold on Woode, and today we have a young talent as the guest joining us for an interview today. She is a three-time first-team All ACC selection. She finished her college career at Oregon, and she helped lead them back to the NCAA tournament. Most recently, she just finished joining the Las Vegas Aces for training camp and preseason. She is multifaceted. She's a broadcaster. She has her own show called Philosophy. My girl, Deja Kelly, joins us. Deja, how are you?
I am very good. Navigating life as it goes right now. But yeah, I'm doing good.
Man, life comes at you fast. It's been a roller coaster.
Very fast. Yes.
If you think about it, like the NCAA tournament, you were doing that in March.
Yep.
In April, it's the draft. You go undrafted there. Then you get picked up by the Aces. And this May, you've been crushing preseason. For those not in the know, she averaged 12 points per game. She shot 75% from the field, led all scorers for the Aces off the bench, and hit a clutch game winner. It was really a poetic preseason. I don't know how it could have gone better for you. Smashed it. But this league, the WNBA is so tough. And literally, I mean, today you were waived.
Yep.
And here we are. So, you're only 23 and you're navigating some extreme highs and extreme lows. And you mentioned the word navigate. Like, how are you mentally and emotionally navigating this?
I think just staying present, taking it day by day. There's so much that has been thrown at me just in the past couple weeks, so many moving parts, changes for the better. And I think, yeah, just staying grounded in who I am, like that's really all I can do right now. Controlling what I can control, taking it day by day, giving every day my best, whatever that looks like. And just trying to, continue to get better each and every day. These past couple weeks in training camp were amazing. I felt like I've grown already so much and learned so much. I was surrounded by phenomenal vets, Olympians, if you will.
Hmm.
So being able to go against and play with them and learn so much from them and learn from the amazing coaching staff. Like, I'm so grateful to that organization for giving me that opportunity. Because mentally, I mean, it just kind of got me back to who I always knew I was, as a basketball player, but just mentally, as a person. Like, it was just staying confident. And thankfully, that was a lot of support that I got from the people around me, just kind of that advice of staying true to me and being
Hmm.
confident in who I am, just kind of carrying and walking in that every day.
When they gave you the news of being cut, what was the feedback that you got from the Aces?
It was I played my butt off. I did all that I could really. It's just, the W is such a tough league right now,
Hmm.
unfortunately, with more expansion coming soon and more roster spots hopefully opening up. That's just kind of what it came down to. And I think for me, I'm very content with that, with knowing that I did my best. I soaked up all I could, all the advice, all the environment that I was in. And yeah, I just left it all out on the floor, literally, every day in training camp and in those two preseason games. And there's nothing more I could have asked for from myself and, from what I got from the overall environment. So that was really the feedback that I got. And it was just to stay ready. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing is stay ready because I've shown that I belong. And, that was something that was amazing to hear because that was 3 weeks ago. It was something that I kind of doubted at one point after going undrafted. And I think, just having that switch and just seeing how much can change in
Hmm.
such little time and how the ACES organization gave me a platform to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful and I'm grateful for all the feedback that I got. And I know that this is not the end of my story. And they told me that as well. So yeah, I'm really just thankful for the opportunity overall.
Yeah. What was that glimmer of doubt right after going undrafted?
It was, I mean, going undrafted was tough. That was, I tell my family that was one of the hardest nights of my life, really, especially because of how unexpected it was for me. And, one of my lifelong dreams was to hear my name called, walk across the stage, hold my jersey, and that was one of the main reasons why I went, whether I was invited or not. And to not hear my name that night and to it was tough to figure out how do I move forward? How do I continue to try to prove myself? I didn't get an opportunity at that time. Like, what is this going to look like for me? What are the next couple months going to like? Just a bunch of kind of a little bit of self-doubt, but honestly, it was a quick switch once I had a conversation with my family and lots of conversations with God. Just how do I move forward? I have a couple options here. I can either just be like, okay, well, it is what it is. I guess I don't belong. And I could have let those thoughts win, or it was like, okay, I can move forward, put one foot forward, uh, and really seize any opportunity that I get because all I needed was one. And that's all we kept saying. That's all me, my family, my team around me just kept saying, like, all we need is an opportunity. And that's all I was praying for. And once the Aces called, it was a dream come true for an organization like that, a championship winning organization, to reach out to me and invite me to training camp and invite me to compete for a spot. I mean, that was something that completely shifted my perspective and like yeah, all I needed was that one opportunity and to see how it all panned out and how I try to take advantage of every moment and every single day that I was a part of the Aces organization. Like that was something I would not have imagined 3 years ago. I mean, 3 weeks ago on draft night. So yeah, the way the script flipped, it was such a blessing, and it was so fun to see how it unfolded. But yeah, I mean, going from one of the lowest, points and one of the lowest nights of my life to now walking out of training camp, waived or not, with my head held high with how it all went and how it all panned out. I know that I'm going to be good. And again, I know that I belong in the league. And
Mhm.
to be able to get that experience these past couple of weeks, I'm truly grateful for.
You're going to be good in life.
Thank you.
Like, what has shined to me is the character. Your character has shined through this. The way you have risen to the occasion, to show grace, to keep showing up, to step up. You're chasing your dreams and it's really public. You are super vulnerable.
Thank
Everybody
you.
gets to see it. You're all,
Yes.
and you're all dressed up and glammed up for draft. You're on a social media post for the Aces. Like, what about that aspect of it? Keeping grace and continuing to show up at a high level while your neck is on the line. Like, it's so public, your wins and your losses, in defeat and failure too.
Yeah, it's something that took me a while to kind of learn how to navigate. With being in the public eye, with all of the wins and losses being in the public eye, I think just having to deal with that and staying true to who I am, never losing sight of that. I think that's been the biggest thing, and that's kind of what's helped me navigate through the whole light that I'm in. And I think that's something that has helped me both on and off the court mentally because that could take you down a rabbit hole. And I think, yeah, like I said, just staying grounded and continuing to put God first. And again, believing in who I am, like those are all things that I just had to continue to walk in my faith and stand firm on each and every day. And knowing that I'm going to be okay regardless. And I think that's another thing too, that I've grown as a player and as a person. Like I enjoy storytelling. Like I want people to see my journey and I want them to see the things that I go through and the vulnerability. And at first I didn't, years ago, if you asked me, I'd be like, no, they can't see the losses, the failures like this because I don't want the backside. But it's just
Hmm.
like, it's going to come regardless. Any
Hmm.
backlash, any negative comments, the positive comments too, all of it. Like it all comes with it. And that's something that I've learned to embrace because it's just a part of my journey. It's a testament to my story and my growth as
Hmm.
both a player and a person. So being able to share that and have people kind of see and kind of go through that journey with me, I hope and my goal is to just inspire anybody that's looking up to me, anybody who might be going through the same thing. Any way I can help give back in that way and give any advice. And again, just continuing to share navigating through this thing called life, which is tough, and all the changes that come with it, and especially the transition from college to the pros. Like, I think all of that all in one is something that I'm proud of how it went. I'm happy of how my story has gone so far. I wouldn't change it for the world because I've learned so much. But yeah, I love being able to share all sides of me, all aspects, all layers, because it keeps me real, and I get to share that with everybody else.
It's very real. It's very inspirational.
Thank you.
The transparency, and I literally, when we came on, I was like, this is only going to make the testimony even better and bigger
Right.
and all of that. And also, the glory feel even better because, nothing is a straight line. And
Hmm.
one of the cool parts of your path is that you got to play with the Aces. This is a team where they've got four Olympians. You're
Yeah.
playing with Becky Hammond, also not only a basketball legend, also one undrafted.
Oh.
You're playing with the reigning MVP in Asia Wilson. Like, what are some of the takeaways that you take from the experience of being around the Aces during that time?
Like there's no room for doubt, self-doubt. Like everyone in that gym expects greatness out of each other and they do whatever they can to help pull that out of each other. And I think that's something that makes a championship team. So to be a part of that and see the ins and outs of an organization like that for my first time and for my first opportunity and experience in the WNBA, that is something I feel has prepared me more than ever for whatever my next step is, wherever that is. Because seeing how we pushed each other, how Asia and Chelsea and Jewel and Jackie and down the line, how they were all so able to bring the best out of each other, even though while everyone's already at their peak, like everyone, like we're Olympians, the top of their game, the best in the W, like, and still being able to push each other and make each other better each and every day. The coaches holding everyone accountable each and every day, that from the top down, being able to see that as a rookie, you can only respect it because it's like, okay, these vets who I'm learning so much from, they're also being held accountable too. And just
Mhm.
seeing how like that's what builds a championship culture. And again, I was just soaking up that whole culture,
Mhm.
that environment, and I think that, like I said, has built a good foundation for expectations that I not only have for myself, but what I know I can now bring to another team or again wherever that is. So
Mhm.
was such a humbling and grateful experience, just being with them and again seeing how they can just make each other better each and every day.
Yeah, I mean, you could have got picked up by a team that's, in rebuild mode, and then it's kind of like sometimes in some situations that's the blind leading the blind. You don't see
Right.
the culture of championship Olympian
Yep.
pedigree, but you got that with the Aces. So
Yes,
as a reoccurring theme here is like things seem to happen for a reason. You needed to get
absolutely.
that glimpse. And I want to talk about a major highlight that basically had you going viral. Um, so in the two preseason games, again, average 12 points per game, but in that game against the Mercury, you hit the game winner. You're setting it up with the dribble, then it's the step back, pull up jump shot, and it's the game winner. And boy, I get goosebumps like watching you turn around and run screaming back towards the bench. And what did that performance say to you in that moment, and maybe to the basketball world?
I think first for me, it just felt like a sense of gratitude, attitude of gratitude, just being able to be on the court in that moment for Becky to trust me in that situation. It was Asia's night. So it was like, I was like, we need to win this for her. Like there were so many emotions around that, having the support from all the vets, hyping all of us up. Like that was one of the best moments of my basketball career, really. And again, for that to be how my W career starts, was such a blessing. Gosh, I'm getting emotional now. Um, was such a blessing because, whew, sorry, I was not expecting it. um, because, uh, it was just sense of happiness. It's such a sense of joy with that team. And again, to have all that support, especially after the game, seeing all the love that I was getting on social media. I think that's the toughest part because it
Mhm.
can be brutal sometimes. And dang, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, babe.
Yeah, but it was an opportunity that I'll forever be thankful to that organization for. because it built my character. It built, um, again, my foundation for what's to come in the future. I think, you said it, everything happens for a reason. God makes no mistakes. So to be able to, like I said, take advantage and seize the opportunity, seize the moment at the end of that game, and really just take advantage and do my best and give my all, and do anything that I can to just show why I belong. Just playing with an extra chip on my shoulder. That was my main thing. Just post draft was that's what I got to do. I just got to continue to really not prove anyone else wrong, but prove myself right, because I know I belong. I know that this is where I'm supposed to be, and these are the moments that I know I can be in and produce in. And so again, for Coach Becky to give me that opportunity and trust me with the ball in my hands at that time, that just built a different level of confidence for me going into this next phase of my WNBA career.
Yeah, thank you for just sharing so openly about that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the whole women's basketball world felt that way for you. Like, like it was just nothing but respect.
Yeah.
The way you showed up, and it was really a beautiful. And again, just to speak further, like you couldn't have had a better preseason, babe. But it had nothing to do with play. Like it's or what you did. Like it's just this league is tough, and actually going forward, you mentioned staying ready. So like there's a few things like you're staying ready for the W. So
Yep.
there's also overseas. There's also alternative leagues like Unrivaled or Athletes Unlimited. Hey, next season, 2 new teams are coming. That's more spots. Like,
Right.
what's your mindset around what's next for you as far as basketball right now?
Yeah, I think it's really right now. It's so unpredictable. Anything can happen. I've seen that play out in the past couple weeks, and I think yeah, I mean, I keep saying it. I think staying ready is just the biggest thing. Continuing to work, be in the gym every day, continue to be the gym rat that I am, and just continuing to stay sharp and what I do, and continue to be myself, and just be ready when that phone call comes, wherever that is, whoever that's from. I want to be able to perform at my best and make sure that I'm ready for that opportunity when it comes. So, I haven't figured out. I mean, my goal is to stay in the W. I strongly believe that I've made my case for that. So, that's kind of just what I'm waiting on these next couple days. And I know, rosters are being finalized, and even when they are, and if I happen to not be a part of one, just still staying ready, because I know anything can happen during the season, and I can get called up whenever, wherever. So that's really just my thing, is taking it day by day. Again, just continuing to focus on my craft and staying prepared for the moment. And that's really all I can do. Control what I can control, and like I said, just be ready to attack any opportunity that comes my way.
Absolutely. And, again, like this whole thing, we keep talking about 3 weeks. We've lived 4,000 lives. Like
Literally.
you're crushing the NIL space. You actually have a show called Nilosophy, NILosophy. And just, you're so multifaceted, like besides the basketball, which you're staying ready for the WNBA, but you've got the brand deals, you're a broadcaster, Nilosophy. How are you going to continue to try and build your brand and business off of the court?
Yeah, I think just continuing to, do what I've always done, which is just, stay true to who I am on and off the court. That brings being confident in who I am as a woman, as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, as a basketball player, all the things, just sticking to my values with that. And there's been some phenomenal brands that I've worked with, and I'm really excited for, more to come. But yeah, I think that's a super, I think that's being able to build those layers and different foundations of yourself, and being multifaceted, and again, showcasing the different things that I value as a person through, marketing, and through, brands, and with sports broadcasting, and with all the different avenues or opportunities that I have and have created for myself. Just continuing to build on those, because again, I say it all the time. I know the ball will stop bouncing at some point. It doesn't last
Hmm.
forever. So to be able to build those foundations and kind of just be staying ready for
Hmm.
on that side too, off the court as well. I think is huge, and I think that's something that I try to emphasize to a lot of people as well. It's what I try to talk about in my show. Philosophy, just trying to have other passions as well, and I think that's something that I've got some knock for. It is when people see I have other passions, then they question the basketball part. Which is sometimes unfortunate for me because basketball is always my number one priority. Being sharp on the court, that's my passion. I have a deep love for the game, and that's why I'm here trying to fight for a job in the W. Like that's just how much I'm passionate. But I also know that I have different layers that I can fall back on when that's all kind of said and done, and while I'm still building that career as well. So I strongly encourage the people around me to do so because I think it's really important, and it teaches you so much, from a financial standpoint or
Hmm.
investing, all of those different things. But yeah, that's just kind of what I try to stick to and what I'll continue to do, building on and off the court and see what opportunities come from that.
You alluded to it. You said, you guys see how I'm attacking this right now. This nothing about this journey has been easy, and you tapped on it, and I'd love to give you, to ask you to elaborate on it. Just you talked about I love the game. Like at the end of the day, everything we done talked about in this whole interview,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when it comes to basketball, what is this journey and this road? What is this everything? Like, how much do you love it?
Basketball has given everything to me. Any opportunity, any platform I've been on, anything I had, like that's all from basketball. And I grew up at a young age with such a fiery passion and competitive spirit for the game and just love for the game. Like um, this is my livelihood. This is my dream. Everyone's seen the dream board that I have made when I was younger, and that's still the dream. Like basketball, accomplishing my goals within that, accomplishing my goals in the W. Like that is what I am doing it all for right now. Because I know I wouldn't have anything else at the moment without how I perform and with what basketball has given to me. So because it's given me so much, all I'm looking to do is give it the same love and care in return. Because that's just it has put me through some things, but it has took me through some adversity. But I wouldn't trade that for the world because it has built my character. It's built me into the strong, confident young woman that I am, and being able to carry that with me and know that. Basketball has created so many different avenues and opened so many doors for me to walk through. I'm forever grateful. And again, like like I said, this is my livelihood. Like I'm fighting every day to, just show my passion. And I know that that's a big part of my game that I bring and value that I know I can bring to a team is my love for the game, my passion, my competitive spirit, energy, the joy, like all of that I have while playing the game of basketball. That's something that I carry with me on the court, and I try to show in my game and kind of let that do the talking because yeah, I mean this game has brought so much, it's done so much for others. It's put people in positions that we would have never thought. Like am so grateful that God placed a basketball in my hand at a young age, and I took it and ran with it. So, yeah, just being able to go through the journey that basketball has provided for me, I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I'm really excited for what's to come. And I'll continue to keep basketball at the forefront and keep fighting for my dreams. And I couldn't be more thankful.
Oh, well, you go, girl.
Thank you.
You have been an inspiration. We are so excited to watch your story continue to unfold. And we appreciate just like the grace you showed in pulling up, doing this interview, and continuing to put one step ahead of the other. We wish you the best of luck in
Thank you
whatever's
so
next for you,
much.
Deja.
Thank you. This is great. Thank you for having me.